Today's lesson is about associated ratios and the value of a ratio. Now, we've been talking about ratios for quite some time, and we know that we can write ratios like A to B with a colon or A to B with the words. But mostly what we're focusing on in the last couple lessons is writing a ratio as A over B, writing the ratio as a fraction. Now, an associated ratio is comparing different parts of a ratio. So I can compare A to the sum of A and B. Now let me give you an example what that means. If I'm comparing boys to girls, I have a ratio of 5 to 3. Now if I want to compare boys to everyone in the class, I'd compare 5 to 5 plus 3, or 5 to 8. And it's what we've been calling a part to whole ratio. Now let's do an example to talk about what the value of a ratio is. Marta is making French toast for her family. 2 eggs make 6 slices of French toast. The ratio of eggs to slices of toast are 2 to 6. Now we can rewrite this as 2 over 6. So it asks me for the value of a ratio. It basically is asking for me to reduce the ratio to the simplest terms I can get it. So we all know that reducing a fraction is just dividing it on top and bottom by the same thing. So we should get 1/3. Now what that means is we can take that value of the ratio, plug it into some sentences to help us have it make sense. So the number of French toast slices is blank times the number of eggs needed. So since we had slices of French toast second up here, that's going to be the second number, which is 6. And since we took the value of the ratio, it's actually 3. And it's going to be 3 over the number of eggs needed, which is 1, or just 3 times. So the number of French toast slices is 3 times the number of eggs needed. And that makes sense. The number of eggs needed is 2, and 3 times 2 gives me 6. And then the second part says the number of eggs needed, which is 1, is blank times the number of slices of French toast, which is 3. And this works similarly to how we write a ratio, 1/3. So we know if the ratio of eggs to French toast is 1 over 3, the number of eggs needed is 1/3 times the number of French toast. And that makes sense because we have 6 slices of French toast, and 1/3 of 6, 1/3 of 6, will give us 6/3, which reduces to 2. And we need 2 eggs. So the number of eggs needed is 1/3 times the number of slices. And the number of French toast slices is 3 times the number of eggs.